right, Shadow Legends, let's get into this Spider-Ling AI and see what we have. What we're going over here. We want to see how the Spider-Lings interact with our champions, and if there is a way to trick them into attacking somebody like Paragon all the time. I've had about 5 different people ask me in the last 2 weeks about this guy and if he works and what they use for him. So he has the lowest HP, the lowest defense, pretty much he has the lowest stats out of all my people that I'll put on the team. He's going to put this unkillable debuff on himself for 2 turns, which means it will always be up 100% of the time. So if the Spider-Lings were to focus him always, of course it would be easy. But the AI in this game in general, now take everything I say here to apply all forms of the game. I see this happen in Clan Boss. I see this happen in runs for other things. So it's not just specific to Spider-Lings. It does apply to everywhere else in the game, but we're going to go over Spider-Lings AI. Attack priority, your experience versus my experience. Give us some feedback. Let me know, are you able to trick them? Is there a way? Have you really been using Paragon? Because I get a lot of people asking me about him. Does he really work? Because he doesn't work for me. And just let us know. Let us know your secrets to spiders. That way we can all benefit from it and, prosper. Get those necklaces, get those rings, and get those banners and do really well in the game. So we're going to go over here. We have everybody with a counterattack buff, and we have Paragon. He is going to buff himself with his unkillable. This is the start of the game. He is on his turn, so we're going to cast this unkillable. And then we're going to see what the spiders attack. These spiders are curious spiders. So in the beginning, it looks like they're going to go after Paragon. No problem. He has his unkillable. It would be fantastic the whole time. But really, it just does 2. Every time I've tested this, it does 2. 1, 2 spiders. And then they're like, enough with that. We're going to switch over to somebody else. So they're going to go over to the weak affinity, which is Bad L. Now, he's the weak affinity. If somebody else was low HP, if somebody else didn't have a buff on them, like a shield buff or an attack counter buff, which we're going to go over all this stuff. If somebody didn't have something on them to make them stronger, then they would go after that. So I call these the curious spiders because they always attack twice and then they go after somebody else. So Painkeeper is the only champion without counterattack, without counter on. We're going to see that in just a minute. And really, they're just curious. They'll go after that. They'll go after that unkillable person who's really weak twice. And then after that, they'll go after somebody else who, again, doesn't have a buff, doesn't have a debuff, is the weaker affinity, or is just in general a super weak target that they can take out easily. So we see here that everybody has a counterattack buff. Our boy Paragon, again, puts on his unkillable. They attack him. He's got a couple dots on him. Now we're going to have her go. She's the fastest on the team. She loses her counterattack. Again, they try it out. Let's see. All right, he's not dying. Now the AI sees that they probably already had a few turns programmed in there. Then she did her move. Now she's off of it, so they started attacking her. The curious spider repeats and attacks twice, and then changes to another target from the unkillable Paragon, which we just talked about a minute ago. So we're going to see that carry on. We're going to see that progress. And really, the only thing I've been able to do is if everybody has kind of the same defense, the same HP, or at least moderately everybody's about the same, and then they all have about the same buffs. The Spider-Lings will normally attack Bad L because he is the weaker affinity. They'll go after him, and if he has counterattack on, he'll do his thing. Here, Martyr is attacking. I'm not doing her counter. We're going to see what happens when we have the unkillable. They already attacked him, Paragon, once. Now they switch over to our boy Apothecary because he has no good buffs on him, no unkillable. He doesn't even have a shield buff up right now. He does have counterattack, but as you saw, Martyr and Paragon do have a shield buff up. So they just go after it, and this is pretty much all the game. So is your experience the same with Spider-Lings as mine? Tell us. This isn't really, I don't know how in-depth you can go with talking about what just happened. That's what happens. That's what happens in it completely. So if you have a different experience, if you found a way to trick it, let us know. But I just don't think that'll happen. This is just gameplay of the rest of some of the spider stuff. But let us know what you think. Let us know what happens with you. This happens the same thing on Clan Boss. This happens the same thing with waves, like I said before. This will happen regardless of where you're at. But the Spider-Lings, it's a good idea to know, because like I said, people have been asking me how to trick them. What about Paragon? I use him. My clanmates say they use him and he does really well. Well, for me, he didn't do really well, and I do get a lot of people asking me, and they even tell me to keep it secret, but there's really no secret that I can see. So let me know. Please tell me your secret. Let us know how to do the spider. Trick them into always attacking somebody who either can't die or has some kind of thing. And I don't mean group wide, because again, if it's group wide, then it doesn't really apply because they'll just target whoever. But if it's one specific thing and you can trick them into always attacking that, let us know your thoughts. Let us know what you do. That is the Spider-Ling AI from what I saw, and I will see you guys on the next video.